a reading for you about somebody who has kind of fallen back onto old habits or decided that they don't really want to work through a problem. They have been basically negotiating with themselves or justifying a lack of healing. And I don't know that they would admit it, but I think they're starting to get to the point where they kind of like being toxic, or they're a little bit too accustomed to being the way that they are, even though they might call it a phase. I don't think it is. So you may feel like you're growing a little bit less patient with this person because they keep having the same problems or they keep causing the same kind of drama for you. And the message here is to make sure that you're listening to your intuition and not ignoring it as far as whether or not this person should still be able to be in your energy. So let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. And I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. Hello, JH. Hello, Tiana. Hello, Key Controller. How we doing? Happy Friday. If you're interested in a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. My email address is wickedonestarot@gmail.com. You can find it in the description box along with more information on how to become a member and get access to additional content. You can also find a link to my Etsy shop in that description box if you're interested in a homemade soy candle. Oh, Lord. Goodness, Tiana. All right, well, it looks like we are letting go of that toxic energy, right? Time to move forward. What do we want to start with? I think actually we're going to go with the Visconti de Moderne. I'm always worried I'm saying that wrong, but it's like Visconti de and then modern with an E on the end, okay, guys? How are we doing? All right, what else do we have? Six of Pentacles in the reverse. And the Fool. I swear I'm going to make it right. I just don't know what I'm doing. This is like kind of weaponized incompetence type energy. Someone who feels like, oh, things will change tomorrow. I'm sure of it. I just don't like want to do anything to make sure it does change. So there's going to be something that happens, and I feel like this is more of like a, I don't know, like a public setting, or there's a group of you, and there's going to be something that makes it very clear in terms of their behavior or how they act towards you, maybe even whether or not they keep your secret, and it's going to make it more difficult for you to be like, yeah, that's my friend. That's the person I want to hang out with. That's someone that I am proud to call a friend. They're going to act up a little bit. And it's going to be something that they could have done differently, right? So we have the Seven of Pentacles and the Six of Wands in the reverse. Spectacular failure. Very public, frustrating moment, or very toxic, maybe even meltdown. Maybe they're going to blame you for something that's really just their own fault. But we've got the Three of Swords and the Six of Cups. Betrayal from someone that's known you for a long time, and you're going to be like, I'm sorry, what just happened? Did you just say what I think you said? And we have the Knight of Cups. So they may have been like love bombing you, friendship bombing you. They may have been telling you one thing while they tell everybody else another. But it's time to go. It's time to boot this person out. Hello, Ryan. How are you doing today? What else do we have? Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. This person is not loyal. This person is not interested in doing right by you. they're just leaning into the idea of just being toxic, okay? I feel like you've given this person advice. You've been there, tried to be, I don't know if I want to say like inspirational, but it's like, you know, this is what I do and it helps for me or it works for me. And they're like, oh yeah, that's great. And then they go and do like something completely opposite. So with the Hierophant, Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, this is someone who has absolutely got like the framework set out for them, or they know what they need to do. They're just refusing to do it, right? It's like if you gave them the exact recipe, but they mess it up on purpose because they just want you to do the work. Four of Cups and the Three of Pentacles in the reverse. So it's time to distance yourself from this person. Maybe for some of you, this is a romantic partner, but I feel like for the majority of you, this is like friend or maybe even a family member that you know very well. But the writing on the wall is quite clear that this is someone who's not interested in healing from whatever is causing this toxic energy. Hello, Bethesda. How are you doing? Hello, Divyana. I hope you have some healing and protective energy around you, Bethesda. And do you start all your conversations with asking where people live? Because that's a little weird. I'm in the US. What else do we have? Nine of Cups, Five of Pentacles, and the reverse. This person's leaning into some selfish behavior. It could be how they interact with other like friends that you have in common, or it could be how they're dealing with a romantic relationship. For some of you, it's whether or not they're willing to pay you back for something that they've owed you money for a long time. It kind of feels like it's that last one for a lot of you. And then we have Eight of Wands in the reverse. Ooh, I don't like it. So we either have someone who is talking about you behind your back, someone who is sharing information that they promised you they wouldn't, or it could be someone who has borrowed money or promised you that they would, you know, return your favorite book, and they don't seem to care. Not exactly friend-like behavior, right? All right, let's see what we've got with the Romani Tarot. Hello, Eric. Has llegado con una chava así? Hello, Gracie. How are we doing? Yes. What else do we have? Six of Koshis, or Six of Wands in the reverse. Knight of Cups, or Knight of Coros. I can't help it, you guys. I look at this card and it makes me giggle. It makes me think of John Cusack holding up a boombox. That might be too old of a reference for some of you, and that's okay. Nine of Coros, or Nine of Cups in the reverse. This person's selfish, pure and simple. They feel like they can string you along or keep you on their side just by, you know, saying a few things here or there that you'll just like deal with it. Nope. I feel like the friendship is on thin ice. I feel like this connection is starting to really wear on you. Knight of Shivs, which is the Knight of Swords. And the Four of Shivs, or the Four of Swords. For some of you, this is a person who had a responsibility to like pick you up from the airport or give you a ride home from the club. And they just straight up forget you, or they don't respond. They're letting some promise or thing that shouldn't be that difficult to do get in between the two of you. Maybe even lying to you about it, or talking to other like mutual friends about how ridiculous it is that you even asked. Tiana, that's crazy. I agree. Actually, yeah, I think you're right, Tiana. I think it is say anything. Hello, Real John. How are you doing today? I think you're right, Key Controller. And here's some more jugs for you. So we have the Star. Look at how beautiful that card is. I love that. But the Star is in the reverse. And the Five of Cups. You're about done with this person's wild behavior. Their weaponized incompetence, or oops, I'm sorry, I totally thought that we were supposed to hang out tomorrow. I guess it's just not gonna happen. Oh well, you'll forgive me, right? Oh, by the way, can I still borrow like $300? No. I only lend money to people who are reliable. Six of Coros or Six of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, I feel like there's a friendship that's ending here. Like, hey, you know, that was not really that concerning a behavior when I was in college, or when I was in high school, but, you know, I was kind of hoping you were going to grow out of that. I was kind of hoping you were going to mature beyond that. LOL, Tiana. Hello. Did I already say it? I maybe have said hello to Angel already, but just in case. Hello. What else do we have? This is the Oshitaka Mono Tarot. Four of Cups and Judgment in the reverse. You've been kind of avoiding the conversation or trying to, like the second card we pulled said, maybe just a little bit of ignoring it because you don't want to maybe deal with having to cut somebody off or end a friendship. But this is somebody that doesn't seem to be very trustworthy and maybe even like actually toxic. Hello, Elijah. How are you doing? Queen of Swords in the reverse. Six of Cups. Oh, and another Star in the reverse. There's something here or someone that has been a negative influence on your friend. We're going to refer to your friend as the they really feel like the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse here. But I might just shorten that to Queen of Pentacles. Let's just keep in mind this is someone who has a lot of unstable energy in their life. But I feel like there's this tendency to judge you like you're high and mighty, or, oh, you got over your problems, so, you know, that's why you're not patient with me, still exhibiting those immature behaviors. Okay, if that's how they want to approach it, but I feel like you're coming from a genuine place of wanting to help this person, and they're trying to make it seem like you're judgmental. So they're talking about you like, oh, well, not everyone's perfect. I'm sorry. It's hard not to do the Valley voice. I'm sorry, the Valley Girl voice. But they see you as this magician. Yeah, you've been able to like make a lot of changes, or you've been able to build a new life or start a new chapter. And there's a little bit of resentment there. It's almost like part of the reason they're being a bad friend is because they're comparing their life to your life and feeling a bit threatened by what you've been able to achieve and how stuck they feel. Hello, Mark. How is Miami treating you? I hope you're having a good time. Two of Wands. Seven of Swords. So you give them a little test, it looks like. All right, I'm sorry that our original plans didn't work out. We can adjust it till tomorrow. Let's, you know, meet at our favorite coffee shop at 4 p.m. I'm sure we can make that work, right? And then it's like you double check or Maybe you even let this friend choose the time. But something tells you it's going to be the same problem the next day. Because they keep doing the same thing over and over again and pretending like, oh no, it's because of external circumstances or extenuating circumstances. It's not at all because I'm irresponsible or don't care about your time. The Sun and the Queen of Cups in the reverse. But the thing is, you're nobody's fool. You have strong intuition and you can put two and two together. You can see the reason why they're acting this way, or you can see the pattern of behavior, and you know it's not going to change. So it just boils down to this person is selfish, sorry, / immature. So I see there being contemplation about just distancing yourself altogether from this person. I don't think you need to feel guilty for it because I feel like you've given them like 18 chances to fix this. What do we want? This is the Energy Oracle. Hello, Healing. How are you doing? You're funny, Key Controller. We have the woman holding a heart and the man holding a coin. So for many of you, you're starting to realize that there's a romantic relationship or another friend who might be causing things to get a little bit difficult between you and your friend. Maybe there's a little bit of frustration because of someone being in a relationship. Maybe there's a little bit of resentment or envy because you are doing better financially. Maybe there's some jealousy because you have a new friend. But we have someone who's stuck in their old ways, and the Garden and the Gate is about somebody who can see a new path forward, but they're staying where they are because they feel comfortable. And then we also have the Deceit card. This person's lying to you, and your intuition is going off because you can tell that they're not being honest with you. This is the Gold and the Norman. What else do we have? The Coffin. And the Clover. With the Bear. You have good things happening in your life in large part because you're willing to go through a spiritual awakening or an ego death, or you're willing to pivot in order to change your routine or let go of immature behaviors. They want the good life that you're building for yourself without having to actually change how they act. And they're mad at you. Like, how dare you have the things in life that I want for myself, but haven't, actually done any of the work to get for myself? How dare you? Hello again, Carrie. How we doing? This is the Hocus Pocus Tarot. What else do we have? 3 of Pumpkins, or 3 of Pentacles in the reverse. The 5 of Candles, or 5 of Wands, and the 5 of Pumpkins, or 5 of Pentacles in the reverse. They are looking at your life and wishing that they could just kind of like swap with you. And this impacts how they treat you. So they have been saying things that are not very kind. And it's really because they don't feel good about their own life. That's sad. Hello, Melissa. Happy Friday. How we doing? What's coming for me this weekend? I've added that for you. Thank you. Are you saying that to key controller? Because I know you're not telling me that, Elijah. We did, Melissa. Happy dance time. All right, so we've got the King of Potions or the King of Cups and the Fool in the reverse. See how our King of Potions has his mouth sewed shut? Yeah, I feel like they're talking about you. You ask them not to share something private or personal about you, and they out here telling everybody. Or you ask them not to post something on social media, and they can't help it. Or they could communicate that they're going to be late, but instead they let you sit at that coffee shop for like an hour, and then they just show up like nothing's wrong. I'm sorry, but my time is very valuable. So we have the Six of Candles, which is the Six of Wands, the Five of Lightning or Five of Swords, and the Five of Potions. We just had another one where we had 2 5s. Oh, within the Hocus Pocus. So I have pulled 4 5s, and I've only pulled 8 cards. That's a little wild. Hello, Nayla. How we doing? Hey, FDD. You know what my name is? Don't be calling me Emma Stone. My name is Carmen. Elijah, it depends. Actually, no, it doesn't. I'm not good at soccer or football. But I can play volleyball. Nayla, happy birthday. What can I expect this weekend? I got that added for you, and I hope you have delightful plans awaiting you. But look, this is someone who is jealous of you, doesn't like how things are going so well for you, feels like it's unfair because that's what they want, but they don't do any of the work behind it. So because of that resentment, they talk about you. They talk negatively. Hello, Ome, how we doing? Hello, Third Eye, what's up? Hello, Laura. Welcome back. No worries. Ooh. All right. This is the Marseille Cat Tarot. Hello, Ezio. How are you doing? Let me add that for you. Oops. Did I fail to see that G was in love with me? I've added that for you. Thank you, Ezio. That's funny. Happy Friday to you as well, Ome. I hope you have some fun plans. All right, so we have the Queen of Pentacles right on top of the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, and the King of Swords. So I feel like this is the contrast between how you've shown up in the friendship or relationship and how they have. You're starting to see more clearly, I communicate more effectively or consistently, or maybe I'm the only one who sets up time to hang out. Maybe I'm the only one who keeps secrets. Why am I trusting this person when they don't seem to actually care how they treat me? Queen of Cups in the reverse. We've got somebody who is emotionally manipulative. This is like, I'll call you up and talk to you for an hour, but we're only going to talk about the things that are going on in my life, and then I'll never ask you how you're doing. Or I'm going to make choices and not really care how it impacts you and just think about myself. So I see you realizing that things could be a lot easier if you didn't have to deal with this toxic energy all the time. And you know what? You're right. The Death card. Page of Pentacles. You could take that energy back and invest it in something better for you. Oh, I hope it becomes more clear. You got this, Ezio. Happy Friday, James. How are you doing? What else? Five of Swords in the reverse. Three of Swords in the reverse. For many of you, you're contemplating ending this friendship or distancing yourself right before something particularly frustrating could potentially happen. I'm not saying that they are plotting to be like the worst friend in the world to you, but I do feel like their lack of concern for you or their self-absorbed energy is on a crash course with something that is important to you. Like not showing up when you need a ride, or not calling you back when you really need to know what's going on, or leaving you, you know, at a restaurant on your own without telling you that they're not going to make it. So you have the ability to assess this friendship or this connection before something goes completely wrong, before there's something that you end up regretting. For some of you, it's about whether or not you lend this person money. For some of you, it's about whether or not you lend them something that is expensive. Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. Chariot in the reverse. Knight of Swords in the reverse. So if you are contemplating making a promise to this person, or putting your faith in them to do right by you, the energy here is saying, or not. How about no? Is there someone else that could help you? Or could you just say, I don't feel comfortable doing that? Because this is someone that cannot be trusted. Just saying. Just saying. Okay, what do we need? This is the Transformational Tarot. I swear, every time I get this tarot deck, I can't get all of the cards out of the corner. It's awful. Hello, Luna. How are you doing? I'm so glad to hear that. Congratulations. I hope you get to celebrate this weekend. Hello, Chris. How are you doing? In the Mario Kart game that you play? I don't know. Hello, Rob. Happy Friday. Good call, Third Eye. This is a very good movie, too. Two of Wands. Make other plans. This person is going to disappoint you. If they made a promise, they're going to break it. If they owe you money, they're not going to pay you back. If you're waiting for them to pick you up, they're not going to show up. If they made a promise that they wouldn't hit on your ex, they're going to hit on your ex. So your life is going to be a lot easier if you're no longer dealing with this person. Four of Swords in the reverse, because they don't want to change. They like being toxic. And you're over here like, but it's not that difficult to just be like a good friend. For them it is. Three of Swords. There's an upcoming betrayal from this person unless you distance yourself. Do not rely on them. Transcendent Minds. Because you're going through some changes. You're working on yourself, and this person over here is like, but I don't know how, and I don't want to. What's that? You have directions? Oh, I can't read. They're like full of excuses and probably other things that are smelly. Okay. Where are we at? Let's get a few from... What do we want? We'll go with the William Blake Tarot. Yes. Yeah, I mean, I guess it depends on whether or not they're wanting to, like, do right by their friend. Imagination. Number 9. Reversal. And the Ace of Painting, which would be, I believe, the Ace of Cups. So do what you need to do for yourself. Do not rely on someone you know is already unreliable. I feel like you're going to hear something or learn something that makes it very clear this is not someone you can trust. Pay attention to that. Update your plans. If someone else can pick you up from the airport, or if you can change your mind about lending this person money, yes, please. Because this is someone who would not do the same for you that they ask of you to do for them. This is someone who's self-absorbed. So we have the Four of Science or the Four of Swords. Take some time, go by yourself, or reconsider whether or not this person's actually willing to do the healing that you have. And I think, ooh, we have assessment, reconsider. And I think you will realize that the right thing to do is to distance yourself from someone who chooses to consistently be toxic or unreliable. They don't seem to really care about this friendship. I found them blind. I taught them how to see. You have done quite a lot for this person. You have helped them learn how to dance like a weirdo. You have helped them. And I think they have appreciated it, but then they stopped caring or investing in that. Oh, goodness. That is in the middle of the night. I don't believe so, Chris. All right. Oop. Let's see what else we have with the Kipper. And then after that, we will start with the personal questions. What else do we have? Courtship and poverty. So they are jealous either because you're doing better financially or because you have a relationship they're envious of. Maybe even they're jealous of your standing in the social community that you're a part of. Yeah. I think they're jealous of you, pure and simple. Some of you might be getting married, or your friend may be stuck in an unhappy relationship. But with this change card, I feel like things are moving in the right direction for you. There's like a better sense of financial stability or job security, and they feel like it's not fair. Like, how come you get all of the good things in life and I have to like scratch and claw my way and beg? But it's because you're actually putting forth the effort. It's because you've been trying to better yourself. This is someone who feels like the good stuff should just be like handed to them on a silver platter and they shouldn't have to actually like work for it. Well, maybe not. False person, privileged lady. So as things get better in your life, this friend starts to kind of like fall off the radar or starts to be less reliable or even talk about you, gossip about you. I don't like it. You deserve better. And I think you know it. All right, let's dive into personal questions. We've got Melissa and then Nayla and then Ezio. Just want to make sure I didn't forget anybody. Okay, good. All right, so for Melissa, we've got what is coming this weekend. This is the Weird Cat Tarot. What is coming this weekend for Melissa, please? Page of Wands, Queen of Swords, and Strength. I feel like there's someone here who is going to thank you for inspiring them or giving them very good advice. Because someone is seeing you as like a role model. So we have some gratitude. When I couldn't figure out what I needed to do, you were there to give me some advice and to help me see more clearly. So someone really wants to thank you for being there when they were going through it or when they couldn't see what they needed to change or work on. They see you as very wise. You helped me get through that difficult chapter or to see what I needed to change or do differently. So, Temperance in the reverse. Maybe you've experienced a similar frustrating situation or like family disturbance, but I feel like someone's going to reach out or find a moment to speak to you and say, thank you, you really helped me get through that situation. I don't know that I would have been able to figure it out without talking to you. So gratitude from someone that you have helped, which means you've got some good karma coming your way. This is the Shadowscapes Tarot. Let's see what we've got for Nayla. And I hope you enjoy your weekend, Melissa. Yes, exactly. Hold, please. Is it Joe? Yes. For Nayla, we have, what can I expect this weekend? Present. You're welcome, Melissa. What can Nayla expect for this weekend, please? Page of Wands, Four of Wands, the Hierophant in the reverse. It kind of feels to me like you might hear that somebody's relationship is ending. Is this like a close friend or family member? Coworker? Eight of Pentacles. There's someone here who is kind of on thin ice or having difficulty because of issues in their relationship or even issues with the boss. So this person could be trying to get your assistance or just, need somebody to listen to them. But there's a good chance that someone's going to want to talk to you about some difficult situation that they're facing, or you might have to kind of pick up some slack. We have the Knight of Wands, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Eight of Swords in the reverse. I do feel like there's also going to be a financial opportunity for you this weekend. Even if it's just, hey, I've got this coupon, do you want to use it? I'm not going to. Or, hey, can I buy you a drink kind of thing. There's someone here benefiting financially or just like right place, right time. And I feel like that's you. The Tower and the King of Swords. I feel like someone wants to talk to you about their not so great day. Yeah, they're going through it. They're going through a loss. But this too shall pass, and I feel like you're a source of solace for this individual, and it gets you some good karma. which could be why you have some sort of surprising financial win. You did? That's awesome, Nayla. Anything else for Nayla this weekend? 5 of Wands in the reverse. 7 of Wands in the reverse. There's something here you may have been putting your energy into that is, at the end of the weekend, you're going to realize maybe it's not something I really need to put my energy into. It could be an argument. It could be a sense of competition. But I feel like there's some reflection here where you're like, you know what? I don't know if that really matters anymore. Maybe I can just forgive that person, or maybe I can just like let that go, right? Mark of maturity is what I'm seeing. Better use of your time and energy. So I'm proud of you. Well done. All right, let's see. Oops. Let's see what we've got for Ezio. Did Ezio fail to see that G was in love with Ezio? Did Ezio fail to see that G was in love with Ezio? No. This feels more like physical attraction. Yeah. Ace of Wands, King of Wands in the reverse, Strength in the reverse. I feel like really you were going off of energy. You might have like been a little bit smarter than you realized. Yes, I think there was interest here, but I think it would have been self-serving. In other words, I want attention to feel better about myself, but I don't have a desire for it to be like a long-term thing. Or literally, I just want to like have some naked time. But I don't feel like this is someone who is a good partner. They still have some issues with regards to control, like self-control. You too, James. You let me know if you want me to pull some cards for you. So I don't know that it's necessarily something you should be getting upset about. I think you were protected from this because this is something that could have been a bit problematic, and I feel like this person would have been trying to make it seem like there were intentions that didn't actually exist. So instead, I feel like you were responding to the energy that was unspoken and keeping your distance. So I wouldn't be too harsh on yourself. I feel like this is enabling you to get where you need to be or to be around somebody who is a better fit for you. Because G was hiding something. Like, oh, I've decided I don't want to date anyone, or, oh, you know, like if I get into a serious relationship, I would want somebody who looks different or does a different job or whatever. Whatever detail there is. I don't think you should be too worried about this. I think you kind of dodged a bullet. So this has also enabled you to reclaim some of your energy or basically build some stability in your life because you were not distracted by a potential like flirtation. Knight of Pentacles in the reverse, the Hierophant, and the Ten of Swords in the reverse. This is working out for you. Time for you to recover and confirmation of your morals or values or the way that you approach it being the right way. Yeah, you might see that kind of crumble or some issue around trust come up in the near future. James, let me know if you would like me to pull some cards for you. I'm guessing no, but I really want to make sure because I don't want to be assuming things. Anything else for Ezio regarding G, please? G gets to a certain point and then gets distracted by some new energy. So it's looking to me like there's going to be an argument with regards to trust, or, you know, are you flirting with someone else while you're in a relationship? And that's because there's some healing that has not happened prior to getting into that relationship. Hello, how are we doing, DFA? Let me add that for you. Is getting back together with X a good idea? DFA, I hope you'll allow me to just do Ezio's last question here, since I'm currently doing Ezio's question, and then I'll pop right back. Hello. Ooh, is it Aditya's? No. Aditis? I don't know if I'm saying your name right, but hello. If you have a question, you can put it in a super chat and I will add it. So for Ezio, are the H sisters supposed to stay in Ezio's life? No. I feel like your intuition is already telling you that there could be some issues regarding communication or trust. And there's going to be like an off-ramp for this that you'll see. But you end up choosing your own peace or sanity. So no, I don't see that being a long-term association. I hope that's helpful, Ezio. Hey, emotional damage, you are damaging my live chat by spamming it, and it's a little bit emotionally frustrating. I'm putting you in a little timeout. You are welcome to come back after the timeout, but let's just be respectful of the live chat, okay? Thank you, DFA. Thank you for the gold coin, Ezio. All right, for DFA, is getting back together with the ex a good idea? It's a no for me, dog. Seven of Sky or Seven of Swords in the reverse. Seven. This happened yesterday too. I'm going to show you because I don't want you to think I'm lying. I have pulled 3 cards, okay? 7, 7, and a 7. Can you see that? 7 of Sea, 7 of Earth or 7 of Pentacles, and the 7 of Sky. So DFA, 7 is important for you. And I feel like this is saying that we've got another option coming through. You don't realize that there's someone else romantically that you're about to meet. Maybe within a week. Maybe within a month. So if you were to get back together with this ex, you don't realize that you'd be missing out on a relationship with someone else. Yeah, it is. Hello, Carly. How are you doing? So what's this other person? Fire Tom, which is the Knight of Wands. Yeah, I feel like this is coming soon. So it's probably within like the next week or 2. 5 of Fire or 5 of Wands and the Sea Kitten or the Page of Cups. Yeah, there's competition coming in and this person is a better match for you. So no to the ex and yes to somebody new. We have the Cat, which is the Fool. Somebody new. The ex has some hidden motive here. Or maybe talking to others and not letting you know. So there's communication issues with the ex. What about with this new person though? Temperance. The Earth Queen or Queen of Pentacles. And the Ace of Fire, Ace of Wands in the reverse. So this could end up being a missed opportunity with somebody who would be loyal and faithful, who, this is Temperance, that would be like a good mix or a good balance, who is a great partner for you. So it's, yeah, focus on the new. Thank you, James. I appreciate you. All right, y'all, I'm going to leave it there. I love you all. Yes, trust your instincts. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the subscribes. Thank you for hyping. Thank you for being a delightful community. And I will see you on the next reading.